Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of my multiplayer server. In this video I will show you everything I was built in round 28. Now I will actually divide this round in two videos and I will explain you why that is. In this round everybody had to build a cannon to launch a coaster car as far as possible on this map. And 40% of the score comes from how well the cannon performs. And the other 60% of the score is from the community vote. So, in this episode I will test all the cannons to see how well they shoot, and then in a later episode I will show you the results of the voting and the end result. So, yeah, I think we should just test the cannons here. There was one other thing the players had to take into account. That's that most cheats were usually enabled, except the unlock operating limits cheat. Because I thought with that cheat enabled it would be too easy to just shoot your coaster car to the other side of the map, because then you can set your chain lift speed of like 1000 kilometers per hour, and then it would just be too easy. So players had to be creative here to be able to launch their coaster cars very fast. You can probably see some empty plots. Well, this round was very technical, so many players actually dropped out halfway during the round. So yeah, that's a shame, but still, there's also quite a few players who did finish, and they made some awesome designs. So let's start with the first one. So here we have the cannon made by Sheeple. It looks like a North Korean cannon. That's Seal Cannon 3000. And from the story, it was designed to be able to shoot the South Korean capital. Alright, let's start it up and see how well it performs. It will take a while for it to get up to speed. Alright, there it goes. And it shoots up to 9. The ninth division. Let's call it division. The 9th line. I think I'll consider this a 9. The smoke plume is just touching this green line. That works for me. So yeah, not bad. 9 out of 22. So good job, Sheeple. Now let's continue with the next one. Here we have a really pretty cannon made by Julia Mild, and according to the sign, the cannon is here. Alright, here we have cannon Julia Mild. Let's start up the cannon. Okay, I will fast forward a bit, because it will probably take a while for it to get up to speed. Alright, there we go. Oh damn. Cars are flying out really far. I see some crashing here. And there's one that actually made it all the way across the map. So this one will get the maximum score for the cannon. So yeah, really good job, Julia Mild. Now I will also make a separate video where I actually show you how to build one of these cannons on your own. There's several ways to do it. Some of them rely on shoestringing, or some just rely on brute force. Let's call it that. Alright, so Sheeple got to 9, Julia Mild got to the full length of the map. Alright, let's go to the next one. This one's made by Spons. Well, if you look under the ground we can see a huge amount of track. So this one will also take a while to get up to speed. Coaster may look short, but there's actually 255 cars in this train. but because it has a short station, all these trains are compressed into a short train. So the higher the mass of a coaster, the faster it will go. So having 255 cars in this train will allow it to go really fast. So I love how Spons shaped this plot into a carrier. That's really cool. Oh damn, these things fly high. They will pop up again at some point. Ah, there they are. And they made it all the way to the end of the map. Thing is, if these vehicles go too high, then they will temporarily disappear until they are below a certain height again, and then they appear again. But yeah, nice job. Look here. You can see it made it to part 22. I'll consider this to be at the end of the map, so we will get the maximum score as well. Alright, then here we have the cannon from YOLO Swaglord, but it's all invisible and not decorated, so I will not count it. Here we have the cannon from Popsicle Penguin. Popsicle Penguin said they didn't finish, but I'll shoot the cannon anyway, because I'm curious to see how it works. Okay, this one has a section at the start where actually some of the cars are split off in the beginning, so that's why it's going so slowly here. Let's speed it up a bit. Alright. Now what's happening here is that so part of the train has been split off, and one train just goes through an endless loop with vertical drops and upwards launched hills. So it just keeps infinitely accelerating, while the other train is just on a long track. And it just spends as much time as possible on the track, while the other half of the train accelerates it, until at the end it flies off at the end and it gets launched. And well, as we can see here, the front of the train is right over here in the void. So yeah, another one that made it all the way across the map. Alright, here we have my cannon. I'm quite proud of how it looks. But yeah, this is also quite simple track. I also used the shoestringing method. So if you put it in test mode, you can actually see 4 parts of the train that were split off, and they now just keep infinitely accelerating on this piece of track. And the front part of the train is on a really long track that's underground, and it will just make sure it keeps traveling for as long as possible while these other parts of the train accelerated forwards, and then in the end it will be launched through this barrel, and then it will fly across the map. I really love the way this looks. Alright, there it goes. So one part crashes here, one part of the train crashes here, and well, it actually crashed really high up here in the void, and another train here. So yeah, it made it across the map without a problem. Okay, here we have the next cannon. This one was made by Marcel. You may know him from his YouTube channel, Marcel Vos. I invited him to join this round, and he happily accepted. And he made this really cool looking cannon with a smiley face. And he said it uses the heads of defeated enemies to launch. Okay, so this one's also a little bit different. This coaster actually uses well, this is the back half of the train. It's actually on an invisible track with a launched lift hill and a vertical drop here, and it will just go insanely fast. This is probably the fastest cannon we have on this map. Holy damn, it's already going 600 kilometers per hour here. You actually had to launch it at a really shallow angle, or else it would just fly out of the screen. Alright, but that's past 1000 kilometers per hour now. Alright, there it goes. Holy shit. Just you can see it crashed right over here, which is also in the void, and it had no trouble reaching that speed at all. This is one impressive cannon. Now, Marcel is not the best with scenery, but I love this cannon that he made with this smiley face. That's quite funny. Here we have another not decorated one. Okay, here we have the cannon made by Nick Batlick. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Alright, he also made used a shoestring, I think. Just like was done on my plot. You have this train going around here, infinitely accelerating, while another train is on a track underground, which will then eventually be launched, probably out of this tube. No, I have no idea how fast it will go. This plot looks really good. I really like the look of this cannon. Alright, and there it goes. You can see it fly across the map here. And here we can see it crash into the void. So another maximum score for Nick Batlick. Okay, Cannon Yaron. This one doesn't look very finished, but I'll launch it anyway to see how far it goes. Okay, Giga Coaster. I think it's just simple boosting along this track. Oh, it's probably has a long underground section. Okay, here we can see it fly. Okay, it looks like it got... Oops, I lost it. There we go. I think it got to 8. I'll count this as 8. Alright, here we have the next cannon. This one's made by Lemmy. And it says all hail. And then this is an image of my avatar. Alright, let's test it out. Okay, again 255 cars per train. But most of the trains are probably on this shoestring track. Let's launch it again, because I was distracted. So yeah, the back half of the train with most of the cars is on this track, accelerating, and the front of the train is going on this track. And I'm curious to see. Okay. Okay, that's quite pathetic. But at least the cannon looks quite nice. Got to line number 3. Oh yeah, it looks at least it looks quite decent. Alright, here we have garbage disposal, and made by Ricardo Wodo. Alright, let's test it and see how it goes. Okay, it has quite some track to cover, so I will just fast forward it here. And there it goes. And it got to line number 8. Right. And then we have our final cannon made by Lucas Yi. Alright, let's start it up and see how fast it goes. This cannon looks awesome, by the way. It's a really nice looking cannon. Alright, there it goes. And it disappears out of sight, probably because it's too high. And it probably crashed. Oh, it actually crashes right here at the top of the screen, far out in the void. Oh, that's just because it's really high. But I think that's quite convincing that it reached all the way across the map. Alright, so the end result. We had a few that didn't make it all the way across the map, but most of these cannons had no problem at all doing so. Alright, in one of my next videos I will show you how these players actually made their coaster cars accelerate to such great speeds without using the unlock operating limits cheat. And also now I will allow everyone who's a member on my Discord to vote on these creations to see which one they like the most. And then after they have done that, I will release a video with the final results. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you again in the next one. See you later.